Yes, the right amount of the air in your tires, it's much more crucial, much more important on the cyclocross bikes and the gravel bikes than the mountain bikes because of much less air volume in your wheels. Hi friends, Danny here. On Saturday I'm racing this bike. It's Wednesday right now. The decision has been made. Cyclocross bike is just faster than my mountain bike, and so the tire pressure is surprisingly high. The rear wheel 32C, front wheel 32C, both tires the same. These are Maxxis all-terrain. I would use same pressure for most of the 32C tires. 40 psi's, 43 psi's. It's all different that I would make normally or on the mountain bike, of course. Usually you put more pressure on the rear, less in the front. Let me tell you why I have this pressure and when would you wanna change it into higher or lower pressure than I have, or even have higher at the rear, lower at the front, all right? I'm weighing now, my body weight is about 73.5 kilograms. The bike weighs 8 kilograms, plus the pedals and the shoes and the helmet, everything should be just over, we're talking about just over 82, 83 kilograms, something like that. This is the type, one of the type of the terrain I'm gonna be riding through, and these are edgy routes, but there are also some broken bricks and pieces of the concrete. So let's just see what happened a couple of days ago. Okay, it was too low. Rear one 39 psi, front one 37 psi, the width is 32C, and it was simply impossible not to get flat here. This is tubeless. This is tubeless with very good sealant from finish line, the thick one, and a lot of it. It was 120 milliliters in one wheel, so 240 in 2 wheels. I was just this was training. This was my tempo right now, about just below 30 kilometers per hour. I was smashing this one, and I've hit this one. It was too late. I wasn't really focused on the road. So yes, I'm just surprised I haven't actually damaged my front wheel. DT Swiss 1400, super solid wheel, just one scratch, super true. I'm gonna make the review of those. But anyway, this is why I decided to have more pressure at the front, because of those obstacles. This is not the optimal pressure in terms of the traction and comfort, even the speed, I would say, because there will be also lots of muddy areas on this 73 kilometer track I'm gonna be riding through. All right, let me show you one of the type of the ground I'm gonna be going through. This is mud, but this is actually soil. Can you see it? It's black. This is soil. It's like riding just through somebody's land, but this is actual track. And so lower tire pressure allows the tire to sit a little bit higher on the ground. If it was higher, the tire would cut deeper into it and would ride slower. Really, we don't want to go all the way down to the ground. We won't have some support from our tire from the ground. So this is very sticky. It is super sticky. You can see here. But it works well for me having lower tire pressure right here also. I just hired the pressure in terms because of the protection. I want my tires to just get safe and get me to the finish line. This is the only reason I'm running this pressure. Now you might want to know which pressure felt the best. Let me tell you. 38, 35 for my weight. I felt that I had that much more, actually not little bit, much more compliance on those wheels, still fast. I could still ride aggressively on my 32C tires. So what pressure would you wanna have? Normally a little bit higher at the rear, less at the front. If you're racing cyclocross on a typical track, which is mostly mud, grass and sand and no real edgy obstacles, you're gonna go lower, maybe even much lower. If you are also lighter than me, lighter rider, you're gonna go lower. I've read some tutorials, some guides when people tell you put 25 it feels extremely low for me. I wouldn't be able to ride aggressively also in the corners. So I think just between 30 and 40 is the sweet spot. If you have a gravel bike, you will most likely run bigger tires, so much more than 32C, and so you can have a little bit less pressure. Now, if you have tubeless, that can be less, but still, for aggressive riding on such obstacles like here, I just needed to have more, right? So I'm running once more 43, 40, just about. And also, when you take those valves and you let some air out, remember that on such a tires, just a little bit of psst will make a lot of difference on the pressure. So don't overdo it. It's different than on the mountain bike. On the mountain bike, yes, very experienced riders will feel the difference between, let's say, 1.5 and 1.65 bars, but these are more forgiving, right? So still the traction will be quite similar, and also the speed those will give you will be quite similar. Here is different. This is different stuff. That's why I'm telling you what pressure I went for. I want to have more protection. I want to be safe and still quite fast. On the mat, I would definitely feel that faster, the lower the faster, because you don't go that deep into the mat. It also depends how deep the mat is, and so, but these are just the general rules. So I hope it was clear for you guys, and let us know what pressure do you run on your bike. And I'm gonna see you most likely before Saturday, before the race, but I'm excited for the race. You know how it's going to be? It's going to be duo. My cousin will run 15 kilometers, then we change. I will ride 73 kilometers, and then we change again, and he will run for 15 kilometers once again. So it will be 103 kilometers of a fast track.